One of the guys that I hear an awful lot about, who's not on the roster, but I think will be down there in Arizona, is Casey Schmitt. Um, and people talk about Casey Schmitt like he's the kid Chapman who played for the A's so many years at third base, Matt Chapman. How good is Casey Schmitt defensively, Ron? And I think he had a pretty decent year at Double A, so he might not be that far away if he can continue to improve offensively.
Well, his strength has been, obviously defense. I mean, he really is something to watch. He's a Schmitt, so he's got some of that other Schmitt in his blood that used to play for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Not that they're related, but he is really good with the glove. He is just a natural, very, very athletic, can make all the plays, slow rollers to his right, to his left. It'll boil down to the bat, but I think people will be impressed with his ability to play third base. And, he has some thunder in that bat. And, he really had a big year last year, which you want to see. You want to see guys get better. And he cut down on his strikeouts, and he showed the power that's in the bat. So, Larry, the big league's as good as anybody from watching it. It's going to boil down when you're facing that good major league pitching. You're going to have to be productive offensively. And if you're not, the defense isn't going to keep you in the lineup, obviously, unless you're a shortstop or there's a huge need somewhere on the diamond for that late in the game. So for him, it'll be fun to see him in his first major league camp. But I think we should temper our expectations a little bit with some of these young guys, because there's not a lot of openings, unless there's injuries. These guys could use some more seasoning and hone their game a little bit more, but it'll be a good experience for him to come to camp and see what he can do.
Yeah, it was probably 2 or 3 years ago now, Ron, but I was watching a Giants Indians game, and this is pre-Guardians, on from Scottsdale Stadium. It was a night game a few years ago. You probably remember this game. And Heliot Ramos hit an absolute line drive dead center, I think, or maybe a little bit to right center, and it just got out of the park in a second. I mean, it was an incredible bat speed, incredible line drive home run. And I really thought, man, this kid is on the verge of a breakthrough, and people are, I love everything about him at the plate. It seemed like, and it just didn't happen. He just fell apart last year. And to me, I would be deathly afraid to trade this guy or cut him, because he's just got so much ability. Where are you with Heliot Ramos? What's happened to his game? Is there any new hope this spring that maybe you guys can unlock whatever it is that's got him locked up? Because there's a lot of talent there.
Yeah, there is. And to quote the great Felipe Alou, I always liked Heliot because he's an assertive kid. He's aggressive, he's assertive, and I like that in a player. He's not passive, he's not shy. So he can run, he can throw, he plays the game hard, et cetera, et cetera. But again, it's going to boil down to the bat. I think he's just had some struggles at the plate. I know they've changed his mechanics a couple times, trying to get him more of a load or a little more rhythm at the plate. It's hard to hit when you just have dead hands. And, I liken it to, you look at a guy like VR. Ramos got the bat speed, he has the strength, he has all of it. But, the biggest difference is VR's got a great feel for hitting, you can't always teach that. And Ramos has a few more things to work out in his swing, as well as the feel and approach to hitting, which the really good ones have. So it's going to be a big year for him. He's going to get a good look, but he's going to have to show some improvement offensively for him to get where he needs to go.